Most practice owners think freedom is coming to Bali, taking time off, and being away from the clinic. But the truth that no one really tells you is that the majority of the practitioners who are here with me right now doing this still aren't free. Their business runs only if they're constantly thinking about it. If you're watching this from back home between patients, squeezing in lunch in 10 minutes, you're not alone. Let me show you the real test of freedom and why 90% of practitioners fail at this. I'm here running my Beyond Practice retreat with a group of high-performing practitioners, and from the outside, it looks like they've all made it. 7-figure businesses, teams, systems, leadership, and beautiful holidays. But here's the part that you don't see. Every single one of them still feels somewhat trapped, just at a higher level. The myth that most people don't see behind the scenes is that people think freedom happens when the business hits a certain revenue, you hire more staff, you finally get an associate or have multiple clinics, or when you can afford a holiday. But revenue doesn't equal freedom. An associate doesn't equal freedom. A holiday doesn't equal freedom. Freedom is your business works when you're not there. There's a freedom test you should be asking yourself. Could your business run smoothly for 7 days, 14 days, or even a month without you touching the phone, answering a message, or fixing the problem? I guarantee you that most people cannot say yes to that. Most practitioners build a practice, not a business. A practice depends on you. A business is built on system standards and people who think for themselves. Most practitioners built a job with nicer incomes and bigger responsibility. Bali has a strange way of exposing the truth. When you step away from your practice, your anxiety shows you where your holes are. The phone blows up, shows you where the systems are missing. Your inability to relax shows you the real problem. You didn't build freedom, you built dependence. There are only 3 levers that create real freedom in health practices. Not 30, not 300, 3. Lever number 1, operating systems. If your business needs your brain to make every small decision, you don't own a business, you own a bottleneck. Systems create predictability, and predictability creates space. Space creates freedom. Lever 2, people who think, not people who wait. Most owners hire helpers. Freedom requires leaders. A freedom practice is built on people who can solve problems without you. Lever number 3 is owner identity shift. This is the hardest one. You must stop identifying as, I'm the best clinician, and start shifting into, I build great environments and I build great people. Great people build great teams. I remember there was a client who made more money than ever, and they were even scared to take 5 days off. I asked him, what did you really build? He paused and he said, a bigger prison. Here's the thing that no one wants to admit. A lot of practitioners know they built a bigger prison for themselves, and they don't know how to break out of it. Because freedom isn't a feeling, it's not a location, it's definitely not an income milestone. Freedom is an architecture. You see, most practitioners feel like they have invisible chains that looks like this. My team can't handle things without me. If I'm not in the office, everything falls apart. My patients only trust me. My associates isn't ready yet. I don't have time to fix the systems. Every one of these feels true, but they're symptoms, not the real issue. The real issue is owner overwhelm disguised as leadership. You're doing everything, not because you should, but because you don't trust the business to survive without you. That's not leadership. That's fear dressed up as responsibility. I know that feeling. I've lived that feeling. I've been there, and every practitioner here has lived that too. Some of them still feel that way. They took a lot of time and trust to find the courage and to fight through that fear. Earlier, I mentioned about the freedom test. Like, can your business run without you for 7, 14, or 30 days? But here's the second test. Could your team make decisions you're comfortable with even if you weren't reachable? That's the real separator, right? And that turns a practice into a business. Last night at dinner, one of the practitioners pulled me aside and said, Lawrence, I didn't realize how much I babysat my team until I came here and saw how much noise was in my head. And I told him that your team always matched the level of ownership that you allow them to have. You don't need more staff. The root problem is you need thinkers, not waiters. You don't need to work harder. You need systems that force clarity. You don't need to be more available. You need to be less necessary. Freedom isn't built from time off. Freedom is built from transfer of responsibility. The 3 levels of team thinking are level 1, task followers. They wait for instructions, ask for permissions, and create more work for you. Level 2, problem solvers. They fix small problems without you. They can handle the day-to-day, but that's not where the practice stops. Level 3 is where decision makers. That's where freedom happens. This is where your business becomes scalable and you can walk away for a week, a month, even 10 weeks and still come back to improvements, not chaos. Freedom isn't being in a place like Bali. It's not about money. It's not a week off. Freedom is the ability to step away without everything falling apart. The real milestone is not about $20,000 a month, $50,000 a month, or not even 100. Freedom is when your business grows, even when you're not there. So over the next few weeks, I'm going to break down how to build systems to run without you, how to build a team that thinks for themselves, how to step out of the operating role, how to create predictable retention, and how to design a freedom practice instead of a job disguised as success. If you're stuck and you're tired of pretending you're free, hit subscribe. Because the next 12 months will separate the practitioners who evolve from the ones who get buried. I want you to be on the winning side.